You know, right this very second, there's this incredible chemical symphony playing inside of you. It's dictating literally every thought, every feeling, every action. And today, we're gonna meet the conductors.
I mean, have you ever really stopped to think about what's behind that jolt of anxiety you get before a big meeting? Or that amazing feeling of satisfaction when you finish a tough project? Or even just that simple, unmistakable pang of hunger? That feeling of being happy, yeah, it's not just some abstract idea in your head. Or when you're feeling tired, that's a super precise signal. Stressed out? That's your body's built in biochemical alarm system going off. And hungry? Well, that's just your body's fuel gauge sending a direct report to headquarters. See, it's all this delicate conversation happening in a language of molecules. And in this explainer, we're going to give you the decoder ring. Okay, so here's the game plan. We'll kick things off with the brain's main on and off switches. Then we'll get into the chemicals behind action, stress, and calm. After that, we'll dive into fuel, mood, and motivation. And finally, we'll meet the specialized support crew. Sound good? Let's go. All right, first up, the brain's on-off switches. We're about to meet the two molecules that pretty much set the entire tempo for your whole nervous system. These guys are the real power players. So think of your brain like a high-performance race car. Glutamate, that's your gas pedal. It's what gets you going, pushing you to learn, to focus, to form new memories. But then you've got GABA, and GABA is the brakes. It's what stops you from flying off the track into a state of anxiety or total burnout. Now this balance, it's everything. It's literally what allows your brain to rewire itself, neuroplasticity. But here's the thing, if that balance gets thrown off and you have way too much gas, too much glutamate, it can lead to something called excitotoxicity. And that's just a fancy way of saying your brain cells get so overstimulated they can actually get damaged. So yeah, brakes are important. Okay, so we've got our car. Now let's see how it responds when the world, throws a massive curveball at it. This is all about action, stress, and calm. This right here. This is your body's ancient survival code. Let's say a car screeches to a halt right in front of you. Instantly, your adrenal glands just dump epinephrine, that's adrenaline, and norepinephrine into your system. And in a split second, everything changes. Your pupils get wider to let in more light, blood gets rerouted from your stomach to your muscles, and your brain goes into hyperfocus. You are chemically primed to perform at your absolute peak, physically and mentally. But once the car is gone and the danger's past, your body needs that stand down order. And that's where acetylcholine comes in. It's the commander of your rest and digest system. It tells your heart rate to slow down and gets resources back to the important long-term stuff. But here's what's really cool. It's not just a calming chemical. Acetylcholine is also a huge player in focus and locking in memories. So there's this amazing link between how we handle stress and what we actually learn from. All right, let's shift gears and look inward at the chemicals that manage all your internal energy and your drive. Welcome to the world of fuel, mood, and motivation. Okay, you can think of your body's energy system like a really smart thermostat for your blood sugar. So after you eat a meal, your glucose levels go up. That's when insulin comes on the scene, telling all your cells, hey, open up, time to absorb this energy, which brings the level back down. But then, when you're running low between meals, glucagon kicks in. It sends a message to your liver saying, we need more fuel, and the liver releases stored glucose. It's this incredible, constant back and forth that keeps you running smoothly all day. So having energy is one thing, but what about the drive to actually do something with it? That's where dopamine comes in. Dopamine is the go-get-it molecule. It's that feeling of reward you get when you crush a goal or even just see a new notification on your phone. It pushes you to want more. Serotonin, on the other hand, is kind of the I'm good molecule. It's that stable feeling of contentment, of well-being. Now, these two aren't always singing in harmony and really getting how they work together. Well, that's a huge piece of the puzzle for understanding modern mental health. And last but not least, let's meet the unsung heroes of this whole operation. I call them the specialized support crew. These guys have some really specific but totally critical jobs. You've got histamine, think of it as your body's head of security, managing allergic responses when it spots an invader. Then there's oxytocin, which you've probably heard called the bonding hormone. It's all about social connection and trust. And finally, vasopressin is like your body's master plumber, making sure your water balance and blood pressure are just right. They might not get the headlines, but believe me, without them, the whole show grinds to a halt. So as you can see, it's all just this incredibly delicate balancing act. From that basic push and pull of the gas and the brakes, glutamate and GABA, to the complex dance of all these other hormones, your well-being is a living, breathing symphony. And the key thing to remember? Nothing works alone. It is all connected. So the next time you feel a sudden shift in your mood, in your energy, whatever, just pause for a second. That's your inner orchestra. And the real question isn't just about listening. It's about whether you're going to be a passive member of the audience or if you're going to pick up the baton and start conducting. So, knowing all this, how are you going to listen to your body today?